After 8 weeks of waiting, I've finally got my new custom pedal board by PedalPad. Lately I've been getting much more into looping, and so I have some new devices to go on a board. I'm taking away a lot of MIDI devices and I'm replacing them with these MIDI controllers, which I'm hoping will streamline the programming and even reduce the size of the board a bit. I've gotten into a wet-dry looping rig, so I've got some new blenders and routers to go on the board. So I'm taking away some things, adding some new stuff, and I thought it would be a good time to revamp the physical board itself. I'll do videos later on all these new devices when I get it together. But for now, let's crack open this box and see what we got. Well, it's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. That was one of my big worries, was that it would be so heavy that after I packed it with pedals, I wouldn't even want to lug it around. It's got no casters, so this is the, what do they call this? They call this the PHAT-XL III. And I got it done in a Taurus finish, wine Taurus. Looks pretty solid. Yeah. It's got the power input here. I didn't choose to have any extra I/O put onto the box, mainly because I really didn't know what I needed and what I wanted. I figure it's probably better to just go ahead and run the cables outside of it for now. Okay. So the key feature of this is a compartment underneath, and I plan to go ahead and put, of course, the power supply under here, and a couple of the pedals that I never really need access to, especially when they're MIDI controlled. Hoping I'll be able to find some space to fit those, and we'll see the final result after I get everything together and running. And it's a pretty large pedal board. It's larger than a Pedal Train Classic or Pedal Train Pro or whatever they're calling it these days. You know, it's not the, what did they call it, the Nova, the Terra Nova, the biggest one they make. It's not that big, but it's bigger than the one that's one size below that by a few inches. Let me go ahead and grab a MIDI pedal here. So makes the liquid foot controller look pretty small. Here's a pedal I think most people have seen, Strymon Big Sky. So looks like it'll fit comfortably everything that I'm going to throw at it, and maybe have a little room extra, especially when considering that some of the stuff's going to be able to go underneath. Let's see if that Strymon can actually fit underneath there comfortably. It's nice that it's carpeted everywhere. Don't even have to worry about how I'm going to mount that. Pretty tight fit, but it's not touching. just barely. Here's a comparison of the pedal pad up against the Pedal Train Classic. It's got a few inches on it lengthwise. Looks like maybe 4 or 5 inches. I know it's got a couple of inches on it depth-wise, and but overall it's pretty low profile, and it's not so big that it's unwieldy for a stage. If you have trouble getting a Pedal Train Classic on stage, of course, then this is not going to be for you. Some of the hardware details here: we have rubber feet on the bottom and on the bottom when you're carrying it like a suitcase. There's corner protectors on all the corners, and mentioned before, it's carpeted everywhere, including the inside of the lid. I don't know what the inside of the lid's going to do for me, but it's just nice that they go ahead and take care of those details. So there it is. Pretty happy with it so far. It seems really well built, very sturdy, very solid. Can't wait to get all the pedals on there and get everything reorganized. So be sure to check back and see how this little project's going along. Thanks for watching.